Hello everybody, this is Gold City Gamer 1 and CaptainTurbo, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. In this video we're going to go through a launch base zone.
And this would usually be the last zone of the game if you were playing Sonic 3 standalone.
Yep.
Obviously it's only halfway if you're playing as, Sonic and Knuckles. It's definitely one of the more lengthier episodes. Lengthier zones, I should say.
Ah. Probably because of all the options feature, and that's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. My YouTube video from me, but if you want me to keep going, then you just tell me when we get to the minute mark.
Okay, and 1 minute.
That is what happens when you have crappy internet.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. It happened to me when I was trying to record this when we were trying to record this using my XP computer.
Oh yeah, you only recently got Windows 7, didn't you?
Yeah.
Alright, tell me when we get to 140 and then I should be fine.
140 in 12 seconds.
Alright.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, minute 40.
And we're synced up.
Okay.
Ah, sorry about that.
It happens.
I think I say my internet's not great, so we have problems like this.
It happens.
Yeah. I remember you've not lost any rings so far, and that's quite impressive actually for this level.
Well, that's not my record of most rings acquired before losing them.
I just mean in terms of launch. Oh, there we go. I just meant in terms of the launch base zone. It's usually the area where I tend to get hit quite a lot.
I've never kept track of that in launch base.
I don't really keep track of it. It's just, you know, this is one of the harder zones. It's harder to avoid getting hit as well, so... I love the fact that you can see the death egg in the background.
Ah, cool.
Oh, those things are definitely annoying.
Oh, you mean that building in the distance?
You could see the death egg a few minutes ago, but it's too far to the left now to see. You might be able to see it in Zone 2.
Oh, okay.
If it is, I'll point it out to you. That's what launch base zone is. It's the base that is used to launch the death egg into orbit again. Essentially, Robotnik created this entire zone just to get that to happen. Yeah, be careful. If you slow down your momentum too much, you can drop off the bomb. There's no bottomless pit or anything, but it will send you back quite a bit, I believe, or something like that. Either that or a different route. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you just need to drop down and go in that other one down there. Oh, but you've missed it.
I was trying to be cautious, actually.
Yeah, basically, where you came out of that other transporter a moment ago, there was one right off the, just off the path that you jumped across and hit that green badnik. That was where you, that's another path you could take. So this path is actually a little less known to me.
Okay.
I wanted to rack up the rings, I see.
Yep. One can never have too many rings. Yeah, I just
especially if you're supersonic.
I just found out if you acquire 50 rings in the bonus stage, you get to continue.
Yes, I think that's true for every Sonic game. At least the classics, obviously. And obviously you need rings if you have Supersonic. Because you lose a ring per second for every second that you are supersonic.
Yeah, but another feature they included in Sonic 3 that wasn't in the last two games was they have autosave in each zone.
Ah yes, the autosave feature and the save feature in general are very new to this game. I think you get a little too many file options though for how quick this game can be over. I mean, even someone that doesn't know the game can get through this in a few hours. It's not really hard, I think. So I want to think save is a nice thing. I don't necessarily think you need all those save files. I think you get like 8 or 10 options. You know, when you start the game and you pick a file.
Yeah, and also they give you the option to play as Sonic solo, Tails solo, Sonic and Tails, or Knuckles solo.
Well, you can only play as Knuckles if you've got Sonic and Knuckles attached to it. You can only if you have Sonic 3 standalone, it's either Sonic and Tails, or Tails.
Oh, okay.
That's something they didn't put in until the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge came out about 6 months after Sonic 3.
Ah.
Because these were released as two separate games, but they were always meant to be one.
Huh. I guess Sega decided that, you know, let's combine these games and make them into one.
It was always meant to be one. It was just something like time constraints, I believe. Like I said, when Sonic 3 came out, Sonic and Knuckles came out less than 6 months later, I think. So, and if you did the debug mode on Sonic 3 alone, you saw all these levels that you couldn't get to, like Mushroom Hill, which was originally called Mushroom Valley, I believe. Which is why people always say that Sonic 3 and Knuckles were meant to be one big game instead of two separate games.
Ah.
And like I say, time constraints, and I think the whole Michael Jackson thing screwed up the timing as well. I'm not sure. All I know is definitely for sure it was time constraints.
Wait, Michael Jackson reference. Wasn't that from one of the races?
No, the Michael Jackson thing, I think I've mentioned before. Michael Jackson helped, was either supposed to help or had something to do with the music in this game. But because of some lawsuits and stuff that were going on at the time, he didn't get credited and all that stuff, and I think that contributed to some of the time problems that the game had with release and the whole Sonic and Knuckles issue.
So what, did Sega get sued for copyright?
No, Michael Jackson didn't like the sound chip or something that was in the Genesis, so you know that Genesis twang it tends to have that a lot of people call.
Okay.
Well, it's called the Genesis twang, essentially. It's what it means for that type of music that it had. Michael didn't like the the hardware for the Genesis, so he didn't be credited, and I think this was around the time that a lot of those lawsuits came up with the whole Michael Jackson child thing, so...
Well, it's very overused.
Oh, yeah. And you think you get more for that that says ring, but you don't, you get like 5 or 10.
10.
Obviously, I think the jackpot's worth about 100.
Oh yeah, jackpots are worth a lot.
I'm just saying, I can't remember if it's 100 or more than that.
I don't know, wouldn't know that either. I would guess it'd have to be 100. I figured like maybe 3 Sonics would be worth 100 rings, but no, that's not the case.
I think that's worth 50. Damn bad ink placement there.
Yeah.
And you're not doing too badly though.
Yep.
Although I did actually discover something when I was, I actually recently LP'd Knuckles' portion of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which will be coming out eventually. Even if you're playing Sonic and Knuckles, Knuckles will actually take on that third boss that doesn't appear in Sonic's section if you're playing Sonic and Knuckles in this level. You know the big...
Oh, okay. So when's that Knuckles only LP supposed to come out?
That will be coming up after Pokemon Crystal is finished.
Ah.
But yeah, Knuckles will actually take on that big arm boss, even if... And there you go again, Gold.
I tell you, that's the worst bonus game in the game.
I actually completed it in my Knuckles run, and I actually say in it that this one's for you, Gold.
Oh, okay. Alright, then I must see that when it goes up.
Yeah, I'll tell you which part is when it comes up, I'm not sure myself. But yeah, Knuckles will take on all 3 bosses of Launch Base Zone, even if you're playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic, however, will only do 2 stages of the boss. I don't know why it was programmed that way. I think they probably just forgot to put... they either forgot to put Big Arm in for Sonic, or they forgot to take it out for Knuckles. I don't know which. However, considering Knuckles' section ends at Sky Sanctuary Zone, they probably just put it in there to make it a bit longer. Yeah, Knuckles doesn't tickle death at all. So many bandits in this level. Bandits. That's the enemies in the early Sonic games. Bandits. Yes, it is. In manuals they are called bandits, and the cars and all that they're called bandits. Obviously, in recent years they're just called the enemies and other things. But early days like this, that was the name. Very stupid, I know, but we're playing a game about an anthropomorphic blue hedgehog, so you got the invincibility. Unfortunately, this is the only music that plays for Super Sonic.
The invincibility music?
Yeah, and as you know, it doesn't last very long, and imagine having that for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, apparently the invincibility music is almost remarkably similar to the title theme.
I think you're right, actually. I'm not sure. As I said, I can't actually hear the music right now because I have to record this without sound, but yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Instead of the music, I just usually know the tracks of this game off by heart, so...
Yep.
Orbinauts. And you're actually very close to the boss now.
Oh, yeah.
About 20 seconds away, I think.
Yeah, it had to be that time.
I just usually can tell by the stage layout. Hey, you want to jump off that, pal? Don't want to go back over. So I have to ask, were you actively looking for the Emerald stages, or did you just figure to hell with it and just carry on with the main game?
The Emerald stages?
Yeah, you know, to get the Chaos Emeralds. Did you actually actively look for any of them, or did you just figure I'll just get on with the main game?
I never bothered.
I know you showed off one in the earlier parts, anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the only one I can find.
Yeah, like I said, there's usually at least 3 per stage, but if you don't know where they are, they can be somewhat difficult to locate. There's usually one right at the beginning of Mushroom Hill Zone that you can that shows you in the cutscene.
And we're in the first phase of the boss.
Yep. If you can jump over a Robotnik by using the bounce thing of the shield, that's actually a very good, quick way to get rid of Robotnik here.
Now, in an earlier part, we mentioned that there's another noticeable difference between standalone Sonic 3 and this game, and what that is something we're about to come to pretty soon.
Yep. Although we've already technically talked about it.
Yeah, what it is, like, in standalone Sonic 3, they added a third phase to this fight.
Yep, which is still there for Knuckles' section, just not Sonic's.
Yeah, and they cut out that phase in Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah. And actually, on top of all these jets here is where the Death Egg is. It's actually launching it up into orbit right now.
Okay.
And this will be the final phase of Launch Base Zone anyway.
Yeah, in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that is.
No, just it's...
If you were playing standalone Sonic 3, this would be the second to last phase.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying for this one. Be careful here, this can be... This looks surprisingly simple to just keep jumping on Robotnik's head, but it can be surprisingly tricky because his hitbox is a little bit awkward. So be very careful here. Although you're actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, I know.
And it's a good thing really that you don't have to face the third boss.
And there we go. Yep, and since this is Sonic 3 Knuckles, that is the end of the fight.
And would usually be the end of the game in Sonic 3 alone. After one more boss, obviously.
Yeah, after the final phase, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, you'd also get this cutscene as well in Sonic 3, it'd just be a bit longer, that's all.
Yep.
And in the background in a minute, you should see the Death Egg falling back towards the planet. Yep, there it is.
Alright, until next time, this is Bold Gamer 1 and CaptainTurbo. Later, folks.
Good night.